In this video, we're going to be talking about the top 10 tips and tricks to improve your gameplay in Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 especially, but this applies to all Call of Duties and really any first-person shooter in general. So guys, if you do like the video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell. Also, let me know if I miss any tips or tricks that you found helpful. Let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll make a part 2. Definitely stick around to the last one because the last tip, definitely the best one in my opinion, and it's going to be the most useful. But anyway, let's get right into the tips. Number 1, only reload your weapon when you must. Stop reloading after every single kill that you get. It's not necessary, you don't need to do it. You want to wait because this way you won't get surprised. Multiple enemies, especially if you are playing a game mode like, let's just say squads in Warzone. You never know what obviously people are going to be moving together usually as a unit, so you're going to have multiple enemies. They're probably going to be right next to each other, so you don't want to be caught off guard reloading. Find a safe place, reload, then get back into the action. Number 2, find the high ground. This applies to every game mode. There's some high ground somewhere. It could be, sometimes even it's just on a vehicle. You want to find some cover if possible, but if not, the high ground is going to give you a good vantage point so that you can see the area, see where the enemies are going, and also see the map from a different perspective than you would normally see from the ground. This way you can see all the flanking positions, everything else like that. And a lot of times you can just see the enemies running right towards you, so you get a better vantage point. You get more visual eye on them, and you could say. Number 3, we're going to go with ground war is the best way to level up your weapons. And I think the easiest way to do it in ground war is to hop in a tank, have whatever primary you want to level up at that certain time, have that one equipped, because every kill that you get in that tank is going to go towards leveling up that primary that you have set up. So really it's a win-win there. You get a kill, your weapon gets upgraded, you get the tank, you get XP towards that. So that is the fastest way as of right now to level up and just have fun. And honestly, it's harder to get killed in a tank than on like boots to the ground, so definitely roll with that strategy in my opinion. Number 4 is make sure you adjust your settings sensitivity to your game style, your gameplay, and your loadout. I think this should honestly be kind of tweaked after, for every weapon. The reason I say this is because if you're sniping, you're going to want, in my opinion, a lower sensitivity because you want to be more accurate, more precise. You don't want you to accidentally move the mouse and then you go looking at like a whole other direction and you miss the target because you accidentally flinch a little bit. Now, this can go with, the opposite way for if you're using an LMG, let's say. You want to be quicker, you have more bullets, you can, kind of spray and pray. That's fine. Go with a higher sensitivity. Maybe you don't have to be as accurate if you have a 100 round drum magazine. So that's definitely something to consider and play around with it. Maybe go into the shooting range, see what works out better for you, kind of do some practice rounds, get warmed up a little bit. That's definitely another alternative route. Number 5, play less aggressive. Slow down. You don't have to be the first person into a building every single time that you play. Alright, wait till your teammate goes in, let him survey the land. He's not going to get any more points because he gets to a building first, so let him go in. And hey, if there's people camping in there or hiding somewhere, then he's going to get shot first. You're going to see where the enemies are at. You can see, alright, they're lined up on the right side of the building. Well, now I know, okay, I can maybe go in a different entrance, or I can at least be set up so that I can take them on looking at their direction, not being blindsided. So slow down, don't have to rush, and this applies to all game modes. And going into buildings, rushing to objectives, all that kind of stuff, just slow it down. Number 6, and this one I actually didn't know about, but it was really it really kind of caught me off guard that this was a thing, and it's use score streaks, not kill streaks. And all it is, it's a simple setting. In the settings menu, you just toggle it over to score streaks instead of kill streaks, and it's a lot easier to get the perks that you want and the score streaks, because everything you do in the game, capturing objectives, all that kind of stuff, goes to getting kills, goes to building up the score streak. Now a kill streak, the only thing you can do to get that leveled up is get a kill, but with score streaks you can capture the objectives, do all that, and then it builds up that way. So it's a lot faster, builds towards it, and it's a lot easier. Like I said, you can, and with score streaks, it still kind of adds it up like a kill streak as well. So it's a no-brainer in my opinion to go that way. And it's just a simple menu adjustment. I didn't even know it was a thing till recently, so I'm glad I found that out and I wanted to pass that tip along to you guys. Number 7, we're going to go with get your loadout sorted before the match starts. And this, I found, we're going to actually probably label this one less attachments equals better. And the reason why I say this is because, simply put, the less attachments you have, it just seems like the more balanced the weapon is. You don't need to fill all 5 slots. I've actually found that the best range is to have about 3 attachments, because after that it just kind of counteracts itself and it does more harm than good, I found. So I found, maybe having like an underbarrel thing, maybe like a different ammunition, and then like a stick, that's all you really need, because otherwise your aim down sight speed gets adjusted, maybe like your accuracy or something, and it's like, I want it to be more positive things than negative. So I found that 3 attachments works well. You can kind of play around with that and let me know what you guys run with. Usually, let me know your setups, but I like it at 3, and I think that's, a good starting point, at least for people to go off of. Number 8, keep moving. Don't be stuck in one place at one time. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I've died from, just sitting in one place, or I've died from somebody who was sitting in one place, and then I've just gone back. I'm like, well, they're still sitting there, so I've gotten revenge, the revenge kill, and then took out, like, their teammates right next to them. So you want to keep moving, even if this applies, even if you're sniping, you still want to keep moving. You don't want to be stuck in between a rock and a hard place, because once you fire off those few shots, especially if you're sniping, you want to get out of there. Get your kills, move to the next roof, find some different cover, maybe a different level of the building, then get out of there. Keep moving, keep it moving, because they will see your sniper glint, and they will, if you hear gunshots, it's probably too late. So you don't want to hear them. You want to be the hunter. You don't want to be hunted. So let's keep that straight. The next tip number 9 that I have, is to stay on the edge of the map if you find yourself dying a lot. I found that especially in game modes like Team Deathmatch, if you stay on like the right side of the map, you won't be blindsided from the right side, because you can only go one direction, and that's from your left side. That's the only way you can get fired upon. So this way, you know what you're looking at. You know the area. Like I said, if you're on the high ground, you have everything set up the way that we've talked about in the video. You can see your enemies, be ready to go. You're all set, and you won't be surprised by somebody flanking your position and you not expecting somebody to be there. I mean, again, especially if you know the map at least somewhat decent, you don't even have to be an expert in the map to know, okay, they're coming from this side. What I see in front of me is the only thing I have to worry about. So definitely go with it that way. And finally, guys, the tip you've all been waiting for. Tip number 10 is that switching to your secondary is always faster than reloading. I know this one got you. I know it caught you off guard, guys, but it's true. It's been the age-old saying in Call of Duty since the first game, but it still stands true today, and I wanted to leave that with you all. And with that being said, I want to thank you all for sticking around and watching the video. If you did like the video, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.